Hello. Oh, hello, Lark. Hello, Jerbear. I just woke up. Ah, silly me. I woke up. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday. It is Friday. It is free day. I am free. I woke up late last week. Did I miss a stream? Oh my gosh, no. There was no stream last week. I love that you will be like, did I miss it? Just the fact that you care. Lucky. Yeah, there was no stream last week. What happened last week? Last week was busy, like, work-wise. That's why I didn't. I know, you said that before. You said that, my streams are a part of your schedule. So, I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of your schedule. I'm glad I was able to be a part of, somebody's routine. That's always good to hear. Yeah, last week was just crazy, man. It's crazy. Now my eyes are like trying to come into existence. But yeah, so, and Locke, while you're here, there won't be a stream next Friday. So, sorry. I am going to be out of town next Friday, so. But, other than that, it is Friday. We made it. Some people are still making it, especially if your week is not over. Guess I'll clear that part of my schedule for next week. Glad to prepare everybody. But yeah, today is Friday, and I have a lot of work to do this weekend. I saw this TikTok that was like, when you're like working a 9-to-5, but then you're also a full-time creative. I'm like, that's me. I have to finish putting together my presentation. I don't know, I might take a break and not post next week, but I'm trying to. Well, obviously I'm going to be working on the webcomic today, so. Did you hear Read Only Memories sequel Neurodriver just came out? What? Oh my gosh, that is super cool, because I remember seeing the trailer for that, or Neurodiver, and being like, yo, I can't miss this, so thank you for bringing that back to my memory. Let's see. Let me pause this just while we're here, because yes, reviews say it's not as long as the first game though. Might get it on sale. Oh yeah, for sure. It's worth it to. Wait. Nope. It's worth it just to check it out on the part of, oh my gosh. It's definitely worth it to check out. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get my thing up and going. And I'll play it so we can check it out. Oh my god, hold on. There we go, okay. Getting reacquainted with everything. Okay. Right here. Neurodiver. I had to play this on stream. Yeah, I know, it's been a long time. I completely forgot it existed. Oh my god, not them calling themselves out. Also looking forward to Potionmonix Endless Mode and voice acting patch. Oh, our little friend is back. Oh, wait a minute. That was like yesterday. Wait a minute. Ooh, they've got a cool, yes. Exciting. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I know I have it on my Switch. I think I played it on my MacBook when I streamed it that last time. Oh, what the heck? Why did... Turing, yeah. Also, why... why do those look... Why did that look familiar? Okay. A few seconds ago I got a follow. Wait, what? Why didn't it alert me? That's weird. I didn't hear my alert. Let's see. Max of Rivia, thank you so much for the follow. Hello. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I don't know why I didn't get the audio. Maybe I didn't hear it. But yeah, it looks super cool. Oh, they look super cute. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really long time since I played the original game, so I might have to revisit it. And yeah. Lexi looks hotter, OMG, I know. I know, the whole gang is looking pretty cool, if I do say so myself. So yes, that's gonna be exciting. I'll try to do a test. Obviously I won't be on next week, but I'll try to do a test and see if I have the ability to play it and check it out, because that's definitely right up my alley. If you guys have been here, if you know, you know. So yes, the whole gang is looking like a snack. Okay, my alerts. Oh, that's why I don't have alert on the screen when I do the desktop. Here, let me see if I can add it. I'm pretty sure I can. The alert audio. I just want to try and add that real quick because I don't want to be on my desktop feed and not be able to hear. Where? Oh, alert box. Add. There we go. Okay, my alert box should be good now. Probably not gonna listen to this the entire stream. I'm feeling a little Fallout mood, so I'll probably listen to some Fallout music. But yeah, I've got some things going on. I really need to do some type of... I need to set time aside for some planning. That reminds me, I'm also looking forward to the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Is that so? Is that a thing? I mean, not... Obviously it would be. Oh, because you saw my, was it? Yeah, this, like, music mix just plays, like, old video game stuff on it. It's pretty cool. Might actually give my money to Konami as long as they don't mess it up. Listen, they can't all be winners. No, I'm kidding. It's called Metal Gear Solid Delta. Ooh. I have not played the Solid of Metal Gear. I know it's so funny because it's like you might not have participated in something, but because of the world you surround yourself with, you hear all about it, so you practically know so much about it. I think I tried to at one point, but I don't know, I couldn't get into it. But it's one of those, I feel like I would enjoy the game. Here's a question for the audience. If I enjoy playing Yakuza, would I enjoy playing Metal Gear Solid? Very informal poll. It's a great game. I used to hate 3 until I replayed it, and it became one of my favorite games of all time. That's cool. Speaking of Yakuza, I have a friend who just started the series as a whole. Completely different games entirely. And the reason I say that is because Metal Gear has some kind of quirkiness to it. I've seen quirky things. Let's just say that. So might be off base by comparing the two. But yeah, they started playing it, and at first they're like, it's kind of slow, kind of meh. And I was like, okay, keep playing it, cause trust me, when you first play Yakuza, it's very like, it's throwing you into the narrative. But then once you play the game and start doing the side quests and all the really random quirky stuff, that's when you can start appreciating the cutscenes, because then you realize all the cutscenes are just like angsty men, and it's just, they're all just baby girl. And then you start to really appreciate the serious cutscenes that, in the grand scheme of it all, is very unserious, which I really love. Yakuza's quirkiness comes from the nature of the criminal underworld. Oh, that's a game I would love to play on stream. I do not have the ability though, but one of these days. One of these days. Why I oughta. Let's see here. What'd you send me? So, according to what you sent me, Lark, it's described as today's episode, the writer's barely disguised fetish. Interesting. Interesting take. That's funny. Okay, let me find the Fallout thing. Of course, can everybody hear the music? How's we looking? Everything looking good? Everything sounding good? Please let me know so I can proceed how I shall. Of course, if anybody is watching the VOD, the music will not be the music that I planned on having. But that's okay, because I don't want to get copyright claimed. Let's see. Kojima is a weird man. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, it's about to get kind of wasteland in here. Anybody who like tunes into the stream who's never seen my stream before is gonna be like, what is happening? But if you know, you know. Oh my gosh, Lark, dude. Okay, so I have a list of things that I would love to play on stream someday. Fallout definitely being one of them. I think I've mentioned on either a YouTube video or whatever else, I am a very big fan of Fallout. The recent show breathed life into me. So yeah, totally. And I will probably stream, you know, just because I was about to say, just a game that doesn't have as many flaws or is more compatible with streaming the game. You really can't say that about a Bethesda game too often, but I think that I would enjoy streaming Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout 4 would probably play better considering everything being hooked up and whatnot. So that's just my thought process. But yeah, I definitely would stream that. I would stream that. I would stream Yakuza. I'd probably stream BioShock. I feel like that's a game that I would stream Mass Effect. I feel like BioShock is one of those things that did not get its shine as much. I did? Yeah, I think I did, because I got the Ultimate Edition, and it was compatible playing on my computer, so I did play that for a little bit. Now I remember. Same with oh wait, hold on. I was able to play Fallout 3 vanilla, no problems. Same with New Vegas, even though I didn't like that as much. Blasphemy, I know. I think it's funny because my eye got like super itchy all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't have an answer to that. I mean, I think in general, if you just like Fallout as a whole, then you should have no issues with Fallout 3. I think aesthetics wise is the reason that I like Fallout New Vegas more. I think I played Fallout New Vegas before I played Fallout 3. So yeah, blasphemy, I know. That same thing happened when it came down to BioShock also. BioShock, I played BioShock 2 before I played BioShock 1. And I think that needed to happen because while I'm mixing all of these up. While BioShock 2 visually is a better visually game, BioShock 1 has a better story, but I think I needed like BioShock 2 to kind of get me invested and interested into that world, because then I was able to appreciate, you know, BioShock 1 in general. So, but yeah, I don't know. I consider myself like, if I'm a fan of the entire franchise, then I'm good with any version of it. But will I rank them? Yeah, I think so. But like I said, I think aesthetically, I like the music of New Vegas. I like the stories. I think when I was playing Fallout 3, it was just so green. Hello, Mocap. How are you doing this evening? We're listening to some Fallout tunes. If you know, you know. I got behind 3's main character motivation. Immediately when I played it, I couldn't connect myself to New Vegas protag. Revenge story towards your own character is kind of meant to me. Yeah, I see I see a lot of memes that are kind of like, cause that's basically the same thing with Fallout 4, is that you have a character who is working in the interest of someone who they care about, you know, being like a family member or something. In Fallout 4, you're working through the wasteland to save your family member your son, and then you've got Fallout 3, that's like, oh my gosh, my dad. So yeah, I can understand that a lot. I think that Fallout New Vegas, I think it has to be that way. Like, I think that the protagonist needs to be seeking revenge. When you think about Vegas, when you think about, you know, this kind of like down and dirty Western, because that's ultimately Fallout New Vegas is like a Western. So I think when you think about the concept of a Western, there are gritty elements like revenge and payback and stuff. That kind of fits into that genre. My only complaint with 3 is one of the endings. If you know, you know. Yeah, if you know, you know. Honestly, I don't really remember all the endings I ended up getting. I think I remember what ending I got in. So in 4, I did Brotherhood of Steel ending. I might have done a Minutemen and ending. Minutemen kind of are like a nice neutral. Oh, and then one time I did a Railroad ending, which that was definitely the low tier priority for Bethesda when they wanted a ending for the game. They're like, I mean, this is a faction that sympathizes with the synths, but like, so what? It kind of seemed that way. Unless you were a companion. I think if you were a companion, oh my gosh, I'm currently in the process of replaying 4, so I don't remember a lot, but I do feel like with the Railroad, if you had Paladin Dance as a companion and you joined the Railroad, I'm trying to remember if he liked you for that or not, but I don't know. I feel like I want to say no spoilers, but at the same time I'm like, but who hasn't played that game yet? Even then I was like, I'll take that as a win. This narrator is stooped. It's like, okay, I guess I won the game. I don't really know. Let's see. As spoiler free as possible, it's the ending where you're told to do the thing, but you get a better idea to do the thing by making someone else who's more fit to do the job for you, and the game berates you for it. They said, "You coward! You coward! That wasn't the point." And then I just be like, but why game give me option to do it if they didn't let me do it? Yeah, Fallout 3 is definitely a long ago memory for me. But I think I started saying it earlier, is that Fallout 3 was so green to me. And I just watched a YouTuber make a video of them trying to mod Fallout 4 to look and feel and play like Fallout 3. And they added like this one mod that gives like a color tint, and they like really greenified it and stuff. My memories of Fallout 3 was so much green, and it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense for Fallout 3 considering the story. Like, you obviously, it's green and irradiated and nuclear for a reason. So very green. And then the bane of my existence were those freaking tunnels. That game, like, I'm definitely like kind of claustrophobic, but I felt claustrophobia from that. There are so many tunnels, so many underground systems. I want to say in Fallout 4, I kind of avoid the tunnel systems as much as I can. I was just like, I don't know. Everything looks the same. This location looks exactly the same as the other location. I'm like, where am I? So I don't know. I get frustrated when I'm playing video games and I can't decipher where I'm going, or if I'm going in the right direction, progressing, you know, what needs to be done. Yeah. So I didn't feel the greenness of Fallout 4 for some reason. I did feel the Mexican filter in New Vegas. See what I mean? Like, we're noticing it though. You're noticing that Michael Bay desert filter from New Vegas. I'm noticing the irradiated green of the 4. But yeah, I just remember my biggest frustration was just being like, I have no clue where I'm going. And this is starting to annoy me. So I definitely relied on the maps for sure. I will say the Fallout 3 is the OG radio. Can't take away those hits. I do like New Vegas's radio, and also Fallout 4's radio the most. I like the music, but I love the fact that they had this story plot where the radio DJ was like this nervous wreck. It definitely added a fun extra layer that I don't think we've had in Fallout before, because most of our radio DJs have always been so cool and confident. Let's see. Radiation actually not colored green. Does it have a color? And is it just that way because of the hundreds of years of cloud irradiation layering? Or, like I said, does it not have a color? I feel like it wouldn't be green. I feel like it would be yellow. Nuclear radiation is pretty much invisible. I guess they had to sell it. They're like, it can't look, you know, pretty and clean. That's actually one of the biggest criticisms of Fallout 4, which I didn't realize. I never really thought about it. But one of the biggest critiques is that Fallout 4 is too pretty. But obviously there's like mods that can help with that, but... see. There is a thing called Cherenkov radiation, which is color blue, but that's more of a phenomenon in reactors. Oh my gosh, I couldn't like read any of that. Play it again. Cherenkov radiation happens when electrically charged particles, such as protons or electrons, travel faster than light in a clear medium like water. So it's not even light. Dang. Yeah, all that stuff is very fascinating. I remember, do you guys remember when Demon Core was a meme? And I'm not talking about, core as in an aesthetic, like an actual core. Oh my gosh, those memes. People really just are so unserious. I'm still baffled by how Demon Core became a meme. I don't know. There's a lot of things on the internet that have become memes that I can't understand. But yes. Let's just say the original story of that, going back to my thought, is so fascinating to me. It's like, if there is an object that cannot be touched, that if you touch it, even in the slightest, it will cause your imminent death, I would not go near it. And just the fact that something like that was even able to be created is also interesting. Very fascinating. See. Scientists, LMAO, screwdriver go brr. So yeah, anyway, I think that I'm gonna be completely honest. I was not a believer when I first heard that Fallout was going to be made into a TV show. I, like many others, were like, and it's so funny because I really enjoyed The Last of Us TV series. They just announced that they either have begun work or official screen shots of the show have been released. So it's coming soon. So it's like, I don't know. I was very happy about the outcome of The Last of Us show. But for some reason, I feel like all of us are still so traumatized by video game adaptations that anytime something is announced, we kind of immediately go to pessimism. I mean, speaking of, literally, I don't know if I dreamt it, but I think Amazon Prime is also going to be doing a Tomb Raider. No, that is true. They're doing a Tomb Raider series. Or some type of live adaptation of Tomb Raider. So it's like, I think the automatic reaction is always like, we'll see how this goes. And I mean, of course, there are still some naysayers. Even though some of the things people are naysaying about, I feel kind of baffle me, which I don't want to get into it, but regardless. I think everyone collectively rolls their eyes whenever they hear a video game is getting a film adaptation of any sort. But real question, which Tomb Raider? I don't even know. Like, let me look up Tomb Raider Amazon series. So, Amazon Prime Video announces new... Oh, also, just to add a little... be a devil's advocate for a second. I understand... So, for example, let's take Netflix as an example. Netflix does distribution. They also have a studio. But within the studio, they have different showrunners. So... if Netflix releases 3 video game series and only 2 of them are good, that's not necessarily... It kind of is at the fault of Netflix, but it's like, just because a show is really good doesn't mean that the next show is going to be good, because it's going to have a different director, it's going to have a different tone, all this other stuff. Chad Lara Croft, or Cry all the time amateur Lara Croft. Oh my gosh. That game, the very first Tomb Raider or Lara Croft game, I played it, but I have thoughts. And I don't know. It feels like so long ago that I played it, so I don't even know if all my thoughts are very accurate. Tomb Raider franchise. Let's see, I'm trying to skim. Based on the iconic Tomb Raider video game series. Okay. It's going to be produced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which is an actress who's in a lot of stuff. With great IP, the possibilities are endless. The richness and depth of the fiction allows the Tomb Raider series from Amazon Prime and the video game from Amazon Games to tell separate stories from Lara Croft's adventures. We're honored that Crystal Dynamics has entrusted Amazon with the iconic franchise, and we're looking forward to seeing where the collaboration takes us. So there's really not a lot of details. I think it's just announced that it's just a thing now. So my thoughts... Locke, why are you gonna get me in trouble? Why are you gonna get me in trouble here? You're egging me on. Oh my god! It's a song! Stop distracting me, Locke. I need to draw. So I liked it when I first played it, but then as I watched other people play it and like really thought more about it. String got agged? What do you mean? Oh, reconnecting. Am I back? It says I'm back. We back? Okay, we should be back. Okay, Big Iron is back. Good, yeah, I saw it reconnecting. Yeah, I just felt like, I don't know, she kind of reminded me of Ray. And also, she was kind of whiny. Like, the voice actor who played her, really, she got put to work. Ray from, Ray? Right? Yeah, from Star Wars. Yeah. And I didn't like the death scenes. it just seemed kind of, yeah, I'm talking about the really good looking, like the really, I think it was like, PS4? The PS4 Gen 1? Cause like, I get it, it's like, yeah, the, oh my gosh, the release date. The 2014 one. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. What is it? What did you say? Yeah, I don't like that Lara Croft either. She just doesn't want to be there. I know! Like, she was not... She was like a reluctant hero. She didn't want to be there. The whole thing was just painful to watch. It was painful to watch, and I did not like how... I didn't like how grotesque the death scenes were. Like, if you were doing a challenge in... Oh, here's an example, and I'll try and maybe not to be as graphic, but, there's this one challenge where you're rushing down the waterfall, and you are rushing down the river, and when you're rushing down the river, you have to avoid all of the trees and other things. Well, if you make a mishap, one of the scenes is like a tree trunk, you know, going right there, and I'm like, and they were really graphic. Please refer to my Discord. Oh my god, what are you sending me? So anyway, yeah, it just was like, and then also the story was kind of laughable, not gonna lie. Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, no, I realized that. I thought you were sending something new. Yeah, it was very graphic. Let's just say that. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it. It seemed unnecessary. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with having violence in video games, especially when it consists of a lot of action and things, but it just seemed unnecessary. So, anyway. And like I said, of course, the story was kind of because it's like, yeah, it is an origin story, but I think that a character like Lara Croft, very strange design choice. I honestly didn't think there was anything too wrong with how her costume was designed. It made sense. I guess I just felt like the character that we got was not the same character who she turns into for the later games. Like, yeah, she was adventurous, but she wasn't actively doing anything risky. Oh, you're talking about game-wise. Yes. No, I see what you mean. I agree. So, I don't know. I feel like the movies, so Angelina Jolie plays in the original film adaptations. And yes, I know that those early 2000s film adaptations are not always well done or well written. I think there's definitely like a nostalgia behind them. Because think about it, you know, Lara Croft is like one of the OG female protagonists of video games. One of course. But to then see her get this like kick butt, hot adaptation in live action, you know, as a kid, I'm seeing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so cool. But then you watch it again as you're older and you're like, oh, like, this is really bad. So I don't know. I think that now they're trying to take these types of things more seriously. And I think my hesitation when it comes to Fallout was that Bethesda, they handle things interestingly. I think we all remember the Fallout 76 and how that all panned out. So I think my distrust was less about Amazon and maybe more about Bethesda. Now that I think about it. See, it's not the first time a well-loved protagonist got the questionable origin story treatment. DMC cough cough. So, yeah, all of these are very interesting to navigate. But I was very happy with what I got. And I really want to rewatch it again. Or, sorry, not rewatch it again. Just rewatch it in general. Because I did ultimately, like, I think we watched the first 2 episodes. And then the next night, basically ended up binging the rest of the series. So I didn't really allow a lot of space between watching the show. Which I feel like, and this is not an original idea, I've heard it said a lot online. I feel like a show like Fallout would have benefited from being a week-by-week release. And not because of spoilers, but just because there's a lot to process in your mind. There's a lot of information that they kind of like throw at you, and for people who are new to the series, like my family, or people who, you know, have played the games like me, I feel like, you know, they have things they need to figure out. Yeah, Moist Critical mentioned it. It's like they have things that they need to digest and understand, and I have, you know, lore and preconceived thoughts that I want to digest as well. The staying power of the show would have been better if it was a weekly release. You know, and even though I will say this show kind of became a water cooler show, because like I can't think of how many times me and coworkers were discussing the show with people who have either heard of the game but never played it, or people who have never heard of the game and just saw this random show. You know, it definitely gives some talking points to basically be like, hey, you don't need to know the show, you don't need to know the game, you should just you should just watch it and do it. And so there was a lot of conversation, and I think that a lot of people were kind of sold on the franchise, even without having played the game, because of the show. Stinky! Hi, Adam! What is up, my friend? We are having a Fallout appreciation night, I'm guessing. Also stinky because my dog just farted. Stinky! Ew! She's just laying down looking up at me like... I have returned from Dunwoody and survived the interstate. Dude. Yeah, you're a warrior. I wonder if it's possible to get the opinion of someone who has never heard of the game at all and only knew about the show. There's senior citizens who actually like the original Fallout 3 trailer. Yeah, I mean, my parents, their only recollection of the Fallout series was me and what I play and what they know from what I play. So that was about it for them. But yeah, like people who just never ever... Did they like... Oh, this looks authentic. Also survived job interviews. They like me. Ooh. That's always a plus. I hope that your job interview is successful. For sure. That's super great to hear. Yeah, I remember, oh, it was Fallout 4. So when you boot up the game, they do that opening cutscene. And that, I replayed it since watching the show, and I was like, oh man, this is like the closest we've ever gotten to live action for Fallout. Because with the opening scene, you have like, it's actually live action actors playing the game. Or acting in the game or whatever. So that's pretty cool. But after this, we'll probably go to something a little bit more upbeat. Let's do this one. Let's see. Facts of life? Okay, lay it on me. I remember when this trailer first came out and I showed the commercial part to my grandparents, who are almost 90. They were so blown away at how genuine this felt as a basic 50s to 60s commercial that they were exposed to in their youth, especially when it involved the Cold War. They definitely hit on accuracy. I mean, on that note, there's actually a Fallout museum. I saw a video for it. It's not a museum based on the video game franchise, but it's based off of the very real time period where Fallout and the thought of an atomic bomb kind of spilled into pop culture. So there was like how you see kind of like this influence in like all the posters and commercials in Fallout where they're like referencing like songs and things referencing to the bombs. That is very much a real part of American culture, which I just find so, I guess it's fascinating, but how morbid it is, because you've got literal songs. It was just such a reality to them that could be a thing, or that was happening in the world. As it turns out, life isn't full of intelligence checks or dexterity. Life heavily favors charisma checks. You're absolutely right. Honestly, you can be as skilled as possible in an area, but if you don't have a personality, 9 times out of 10, these people are not gonna hire. That's definitely something I notice. As long as you have a good personality, you'll go far. Ugh, I don't know why my eye is so itchy. I should probably just stop messing with it. Or to relate to Fallout, max out charisma, perception, and endurance are dump stats. Do charisma with luck as your secondary. Which part do you disagree with, Lark? See, I have the ability to have both the charisma check and also the intelligence check. The heavily favoring charisma checks, it's less that and more it's good to have. Oh yeah, I mean, that's essentially what I meant. Because you can talk and look good, but if you don't know what you're talking about, I'm still not hiring you. It's everything she's about to make a point. It's kind of hilarious. It is. Okay, I think I'm back. Like I said, I guess just the world will never know. Okay, I'm back. Okay, good to be here, I guess. There we go. Now we can see your beautiful face. Smile, darling. That's funny. Yeah, that's weird. See here. All I heard was the world will never know. That's funny. Yeah, I guess the stream didn't want me to spit facts. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm sorry about the connection interruption. Like I said, I don't really know why it's deciding to act up tonight. Maybe everyone in this house is on the internet right now. I wouldn't be surprised. The stream is a paid actor. What? But yes, back to our usual music. Because comedic timing of the cutouts is gold. Yeah, you guys are just like, so here is actually the meaning of life. And I just cut out. Flying Deer Composer, thank you so much for the follow. You came at a great time. Because you probably arrived just when the stream came back. Can't exactly understand why it's deciding to do that, but yeah. Hi, welcome. We're drawing and talking about a bunch of fun stuff, so please do stick around. The stream hates charisma checks. Are you recording a VOD on your computer, or are you just downloading it to Twitch? No, I'm recording a VOD. So this will be probably part of the fun that is a rewatch. Hello, hello, Flying Deer Composer. That's a cool name. It sounds like, and I'm sure it might be something that is your username for a purpose, but it does kind of sound like a random name, a random user generator. I was gonna say it'll be really funny to rewatch the VOD. Yeah, because the VOD is gonna be straight through. I'm just gonna be probably interrupting the VOD, being like, guys, where are we? Where are you? Where'd you go? How does one find a flying deer? Wait, second question. How does one become a flying deer composer? Step 1, be deer. Step 2, get flying license. Man. Learn music. You're blowing my mind. See? He's spitting facts. See, there are some schools to learn to compose, and fly everyone can do. What? Dang, I'm missing out. I mean, to fly would be pretty cool. But for some, flying is just falling. Whoa. Hey Gothic, how's it going this evening? Step 1, impossible for me. Step 2, don't even like driving. No, that's fair. That's fair. So Adam, he's gonna be more of like the teleportation guy. While everybody's flying, he's just cutting straight there. Step 3, I know music, at least I got that. Not with that attitude. Oh, see? It's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset, Adam. I was gonna say something, I forgot. I definitely think the I don't even like driving was a good one. Let's see. I can't compose music. I mean, unless you want some grungy 90s rock. I mean, hey, that's good for somebody. I think that when I think of a flying deer composer, I think of like, have you guys ever seen like those drone shows? Like when they have like the drones up in the sky and they're all like programmed to do different like cool arrangements and things. That's kind of like what I think. So instead of drones, it's gear. I'm sure Flying Deer Composer never thought that their name would be such a talking point in a stream. Unless it usually is. So I just want to say we all appreciate your username. Don't mean to single you out, though. I'm not qualified to answer that. Tell your homies to stop playing League. They'll never make it pro. I know, right? Okay, so we're back. I've got like less than an hour left, okay? Come on. Come on, internet. You can keep up. Come on, internet. You could do it. And we're back. Yes. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm like, I literally have less than an hour that I'm planning on being online. I would really love it if this would just all... Yeah, so cars are scary. I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I wish that I lived in, like, a city where I can utilize public transport more. But even, like, the biggest, closest city to me, even their public transport is, like, kind of trash. Adam would know. The public transport is not, the most favorable. And I don't think that... You go in? Bye, dear composer! Thank you for checking in. Yeah. It's got a lot to be desired. There goes the deer. flying off somewhere. If you put me in a tank, I wouldn't oppose to the idea. Oh, so... Well, wait a minute. The tank objectively would not go as fast as a car, though. So... I guess you just want to be in the tank for the fun of it. Locke is like, yeah, but I'm in a tank. So your argument is pointless. It has to be like a cool futuristic tank. I'm in a tank and you're not. No, that's fair. Makes a lot of sense. Bigger side note, put me in a mech. Okay, I think both me, Adam, and anyone else can agree that if I was traveling by mech, then there's no problem. I would be going everywhere. 'Cause you can basically travel across water too. So I would definitely want to be in a mech. Because then I can probably travel to Japan, like, for free. The only issue... the only issue is that if Japan saw me coming across the water in a mech, they would probably be freaked out and think that, like, there's, like, a kaiju or something coming. And I'm, like, ready to defend them or something. Depends on the mech. True. I would want mine to be able to travel across water. Japan would go through a bunch of red tape and bureaucracy first before responding to the mech. Makes sense. Okay, but if this was a movie... Yes, I have definitely watched Shin Godzilla. I love that movie. So what you're telling me is it would be 30 minutes of boardroom talk. So it'd be 30 minutes of people in a boardroom talking about the problem instead of fixing the problem. Is that what you're telling me? No, I really liked that movie though. It was very good. I liked the design of the of Godzilla in that movie. Yeah, that's how the Japanese government works. I see. see. They'll try to identify what the problem's nature is first. They weren't even sure how to treat it because they weren't sure if it was a natural disaster or an attack from foreign nation. If it was a natural disaster, they can't bring out weaponry. They could if it was a foreign nation attacking, but which one? Lots of questions to be answered, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what it's like when your main default response is very non-conflict. Oh my god, are you for real? That is so funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it flagged you for, we're all weirdos. Or you're all weirdos. Lark, we don't appreciate the bullying verbiage. Okay? That's very rude. So my main character in the movie basically went, okay, forget all of the board meetings. Here's the problem. Here's all the info we've gathered. You're all weirdos with different specialties. Figure it out. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, Locke. Maybe you shouldn't sling around this bullying. I'm a fantastic weirdo. That's funny. But you know what's funny? I'd rather have the auto mod be particular than let something slide that I don't want to slide. But I'm pretty sure, I know I can, you know, curate it and probably make adjustments to it. I'm Weirdo Prime. Right. We're all weirdos here. Slightly related. Did you know same-sex marriage is still not legal in Japan? I didn't know that exactly. But I didn't know that legally. It's not. Kind of weird coming from a place where one of the main exports is media depicting such. You're not wrong. It is very fascinating, but at that point, if you have a country, and this is any country really, if you have a country that does not decide it's allowed legally, but allows for the media that portrays it, then that means that the government probably just considers it a taste in media versus it being allowed. I don't know. but I didn't really know exactly if that were the case, but that is interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of very interesting things about Japan. Japan law is just weird. Like, I remember hearing that if you have special medication that you have to take, whether it's like for anxiety, depression, ADHD, etc., you have to, months in advance, get a very specific waiver to bring your medication into the country. I guess they just have like really strict rules against narcotics, but when it comes down to that, when it comes down to being accessibility, being accessible, when it comes down to like handicap and things like that, they're not very open when it comes down to helping people in those ways, which is definitely not, it's not great. I remember attending a panel where they were talking about things you need to know before going to Japan, and that was one of them. Is like, that's really unfortunate because obviously a large portion of people want to go there, but it's kind of hard, especially when, you know, 9 times out of 10 when you're traveling in Japan, you are walking or going up and down stairs, all that. Heavy-handed when it comes to drugs, yeah. Very true. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get sick in that country. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, wrong one. It's actually really good. Too good. Physical, at least. Mental. True. Not sure if they're, if there's the same... I mean, even America has had to slowly understand that mental health is something that your job should be covering as well. Which is so ironic because at last job, my job, one of my benefits was, therapy and counseling. But when I went to, like, my therapist, 9 times out of 10, I was talking about my job. Which is ironic because my job gained me the privilege to speak to a therapist. But I would say, looking at where I am now, I would say that it was very helpful and very necessary. But I just find that funny. I will be right back. Just gonna run to do something real quick. Took a while for companies to realize mental health is also a resource they need to maintain. Yep, that one. Yeah, I have yet to use my current job's mental health resources, but I feel like that's necessary sooner than later. I don't know, it's just annoying because at my last job, I had to basically, like, it was like pulling teeth asking anybody how to get this stuff set up. How to go through your employee portals and whatever to get things up and running. It was just really hard to connect with anybody and ask them how to do certain things. So I don't know. I don't think that should stop me from pursuing getting my, you know, employee benefits and all that, but it's like, okay, I guess I gotta teach myself then. I hope you enjoy the squeaks, courtesy of my dog. Oh, and there we go. Wasn't open. Wait, why is it doing? Hold on. There we go. He back. Welcome back. By the way, I'm sure you heard that Markiplier is done with Iron Lung. Oh, I didn't hear that. If it comes to theaters, I'm buying. Yeah, that's gonna be a really cool thing to watch. I guess it makes sense because he posted a video recently, I think like yesterday. So I'm sure when I watch that, he's gonna probably mention that he's finished it, which is super cool. And he's gonna come back to, according to him, the thing he loves, one of the things he loves the most. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been saddened by the fact that there's a lack of Markiplier game videos. But you know, with him being a creator of various things, then, you know, he's gonna want to make other content. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool to hear. I definitely want to see it. Because he said it is getting a theatrical release, but it depends on what type of theatrical release. If is it going to get a limited release? I do hope that it gets a widespread reach. Also, you know, maybe even being on streaming could help the movie as well. I have a time card actually. Nice. I really need to do that. I definitely need to do a better job tracking my time when it comes to my my digital work. You see on my desk. Oh, she laying down. Oh, she comfy. Yes, she's with your tummy. I rub your tummy. Let's see. Look at the girl. Ew, pit, yucky. She's like, I'm just gonna make myself at home, as she usually does. Oh. There we go. Oh, what you doing? Okay, you're just gonna stand here and get in my way? You're gonna get in my way? You can't even see me anymore. I can't even see the chat. Alright, you're gonna go down now. See, those two spreads took me 20 hours and 42 minutes. Nice. And is that, well, probably took, maybe you recorded that, over a week. I mean, 20 hours is, you know, less than a day, but of course, if you're doing that all in a day, 20 hours, dang, you would definitely not be getting a lot of sleep. You would be getting maybe less than 4 hours of sleep if you do that 20 hours straight. Yeah, I have an app on my phone called Time Card, that I use, as well. So I need to, I think the issue is just me remembering to track my time. Because sometimes I'll, like, you know, be sitting at lunch or doing whatever, and I'm not, like, thinking, oh, let me start my time and end it. You can see why I chose not to upload webcomics on a regular basis. I mean, after last stream, when I was basically shamed into doing 60 panels per episode. No, I'm kidding. It's funny because I was already planning on shortening my episodes anyway, so I think that's just funny. But yeah, no, I can completely understand. I understand putting so much work into the panels, I'm kind of in this phase where I'm trying to like consider the quickest amount of time to do something that still looks good. And then I think you mentioned it, Lark, that when it comes to like printing it or making like a special edition, that's when I'm gonna like maybe do more detail. But I feel like my drawings and panels are pretty detailed. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening, just so that way I can maybe beat my internet blacking out again. I don't know. Like I said, I probably need to take a look at that for next time. But I've been trying to nerf my art in a way that still looks good. Exactly. You said it yourself. Alright, but yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I tried to get some productivity out of the way. But yes, I won't be streaming next Friday because I'm going to be out of town, but definitely keep an eye out because I'm going to have some videos out. I need to get back into doing more videos, but there are going to be some cool opportunities in this next month that allow me to make some pretty cool new content. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good evening. Bye.